Do you or any of your family members have diabetes or are obese? Have you ever wondered why? Well, this usually happens when you can't make it to a grocery store or a nearby store because you're too far away from it. When you go to restaurants, you would want to go somewhere that's close to you because if you go somewhere that's like 30 minutes away, you're just wasting gasoline and money. Well, a lot of people just want to go to restaurants that are a lot closer, and those restaurants that are usually close to you are really unhealthy and fast food restaurants. You're not the only one that has to resort to fast food restaurants every day. In fact, 1 in 6 of children have to eat in fast food restaurants twice a day. In Detroit specifically, there are many people that are obese, and this is because most of the time they can't make it to a grocery store, so they have to rely on fast food. About 30.8% of Detroiters are obese, which is higher than the national rate of 27%. According to this picture, people in Detroit, only 33.2% to 34.9% are obese. Not to mention that you can also get a disease from having an unhealthy diet. Being obese could cause blindness, kidney failure, heart disease, diabetes, and the possibility of having a stroke. In Detroit, approximately 10.6% of adults have diabetes. However, including teens and children, 11.5% to 11 to 12.3% of people have diabetes.
This map shows the full-service restaurants and fast food restaurants in Detroit. As you can see, the triangles represent fast food restaurants and circles represent full-service restaurants. There are over 100 restaurants where people can find food that is not the best for their bodies. People will be tempted to consume this unhealthy food when there are many restaurants on every block. They become more convenient for people who cannot get to the grocery store or do not have time to get to the grocery store. In this map, it shows all the supermarkets and large grocery stores. There is a distinct difference between the many fast food restaurants and the few grocery stores in Detroit. There is not much people can do if the healthy food is far from home. It explains why so many Detroiters have these health issues because it is more difficult to get to this nutritious food.
There are some ways that everyone can play their role to fix this problem and eventually solve it. One way would be to make community gardens so that everyone can go there to get their fruits and vegetables that couldn't be able to go to a store. Another way would be to write a letter to legislation stating an idea to create like grocery bus stops so that they can transport a person from the bus stop to a grocery store so that they won't have to worry about the transportation of a car or walking very far to get somewhere. We can also convince stores that sell healthy foods to make many pop-up shops in the neighborhood so that people who can't get to stores oftenly can go to these mini pop-ups to buy their foods for the week or for the month, even if they have the amount and resources. There's also another problem in Detroit which deals with the abandoned houses, which makes the price of the community houses go down. So what we can do to fix that will be to convince companies that deal with food like Walmart and Myers to like buy up this piece of land to make it seem like this community store for people who can't get to a store so they can have a store in their local neighborhood